3, 2, 1. Hey, YouTube. How's it going?
Hello.
Wow.
We're
look.
back. We're back again.
Oh my God, Brett, we don't look like a piece of shit this week.
No, we actually put some effort into making it
Holy shit.
look nice.
I want a cool couch.
Look at all this space. Look at everything we could do now. You can see the albums. There's albums here on the wall. You can see the
there's
shit
lights.
behind me. There's lights.
Yeah,
It's proper lighting instead of
very
my
nice.
dark dungeon ass.
Yeah.
You know, fucking, it looks great. And the energy is palpable. I gotta eat it.
It's nice in here.
Yeah, it's fun.
But-
it's good
but
to
yeah.
be back.
Yes.
It is good to be back.
We are here on a Sunday, our normal time. I know we did it on a Wednesday last time. Just forget about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
This is Sunday now, the proper day, or fucking Monday when you watch this. Okay. The point is, this is the album Rochambeau segment of the Morning After Music show, and today we have a special album, probably Brett's top album of the year. I would assume.
Damn near close.
Yeah.
Pretty close for you, right?
Yeah.
Right. We're doing Silent Planet's Iridescent. It
That's
fucking
right.
slaps. It's
It
heavy.
does.
Sure do.
It's hard.
Sure do.
Oh, I'm so
it's
excited you
violent.
like it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't love it,
You shut.
but
Shush.
but I like it better than the other stuff that I've heard from them. And there's some things, as when we get into it, I'm gonna break it down and I'll explain. It's very Spirit Boxy. I guess you could say Spirit Box is very
Oh,
Silent
yeah.
Planety.
Yeah,
It's
they
hard to
kinda
tell. I don't know. They're kind of the same.
Oh.
Okay.
One came first.
I know. So like when we get into the histories and all that stuff, we'll be able to make sense of it all. And I'll give you my 2 cents. And it's good, but it ain't great. Okay.
Okay.
Just keep
Okay.
it in mind.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, super fun. I actually, like I said, liked it, and I didn't really like this band in the past, and I've seen them live.
No, yeah, you've always been a struggle to
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get
Get
to
on
listen to
board.
these guys.
They do some interesting stuff here that I think on the next album, if they continue with this and just get better at what they did here, I will probably like that next one a lot more. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
Okay.
Now,
But yeah,
Brett-
that's it.
Brett, it
Silent
was
Planet.
your choice, correct?
Yeah.
In
Mhm,
3
mhm.
sentences or less, give us the reasoning why you picked this album, why you like this band. Go.
It's real heavy. I mean, that's about it.
Oh yeah, that's 3 words.
Well, it's 3 words. Yeah. Is it words or sentences?
I said sentences. Words work too.
Words are fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
words
okay.
work.
Words are fine.
That's
It's real
3
heavy.
words. 3 words.
It
or
real
less.
heavy. It
That's
big
good.
chunk.
I'm a period after every word. There you go. 3 sentences.
There you go.
It's real heavy.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about
No,
this real heavy
it's,
album.
It's heavy.
Right.
It is heavy. It's fun.
It weighs a lot.
Fat. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Silent Planet Iridescent. It's their 4th studio album, released November 12th, 2021 of this year. Brand spanking new, hot out the presses. Has 12 tracks on it, coming in at 39 minutes and 56 seconds.
Right at 40 minutes.
Yeah, right at 40. Nice solid attempt. Take that, Blackpink, with your fucking
25 minutes.
24-minute long sitcom on NBC length album. Get out of here. There's episodes of Scrubs longer than that album. It had 3 producers on it. Drew Falk, who we've seen before on the episode of The Silver Scream, Part 2. And he was also on Afterburner from Dance Gavin Dance. Another fantastic album.
That was a damn good album.
That might have been 2020 album of the year for me personally. Daniel Bronstein, who, guess what? Was on the Spirit Box album. What? Go fucking figure.
No wonder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all coming together,
It's
isn't it?
all coming together. And last but not least, Mitchell Stark, aka the guitarist for the band. So,
Huh.
solid team.
Yeah, he doesn't go on tour with
He
them.
doesn't. He doesn't tour. He just
Oh,
writes.
right.
Yeah.
Word. Well then, yeah, extra solid team right there. Good writing staff. The 4 singles from it were Trilogy, Panopticon. I'm gonna have to stumble every time I try to say that. Terminal and Heat
And Hedonia.
and Hedonia. I need
I don't know. I'm also making that up.
I need Google
don't know.
text to speech so I can understand.
Well, the TikTok
Yeah.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Terminal.
Rocket Raccoon.
Actually did find a good chunk of information.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
More about the songs and the songwriting. this time around than the album making process itself. The first track was Trilogy that got released all the way back on Valentine's Day of 2020. Fucking forever ago.
Yeah.
We definitely did listen to it on the show in an early form of it, but it wasn't in like 2018 like you thought.
See, yeah, I was getting it confused with the album before this,
Yeah,
because it feels like it's been that fucking long.
it really does. I didn't know there was an album between this one and the one that
The white one.
the white one, yeah.
With Spencer.
Yeah. It's a song focusing on vocalist Garrett Russell's stay in a mental hospital, in which the lyrics were written in one sitting, one go. He sat down, wrote the lyrics, boom, done. Which is pretty rad. He said in a tweet about it, while some of it helped me, I also felt like a machine while being there, so it's about trying to become human again. Terminal, the song later on the track, which I think were bundled together or at least nearby.
Might be my favorite
It
song
was
on the
also
album.
about this stay.
Terminal is.
Yeah.
What was that?
There's a reason for it.
Okay, Terminal is your
Yeah.
favorite? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'll explain it later.
112 is the emergency service numbers in most of Europe and other countries. That's the start of it.
First song. Yeah.
Mhm. So that's pretty cool. Seeing how the whole album basically it's about his mental health. Didn't realize that. I was confused. I thought this was a Jesus band.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought that, but I thought
Nope.
this was another Jesus band. Maybe.
No, well, I mean, because they would definitely play with those bands.
Yeah, like who'd you see him with?
We saw them with August Burns
August
Red
And Phineas.
and Phineas.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I got
Era.
Phineas
I
them
think
confused.
Era was at that show.
Oh, that's a good
And
show.
Born
it
of
was great.
Osiris
Good
randomly.
show.
Oh yeah, Born of Osiris. Yeah.
Boo Crew?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
Sheesh.
show. That was a really good one.
We need a sheesh button. Anyway. Sheesh. Panopticon, which is a fucking FCAT vocab word if I ever heard it, is a disciplinary concept brought to life in the form of a central observation tower placed within a circle of prison cells. From the tower, a guard can see every cell and inmate, but the inmates can't see into the tower. Prisoners will never know whether or not they're being watched, and this was designed by English philosopher and social theorist, which I don't know how those are jobs, but okay, Jeremy Bentham in the 18th century. And that is your library word of the day. Thanks for watching. Bring a book to school and all that other bullshit. Remember, what was the library thing that they had at school where you had to, like, exchange books or some shit? Remember that?
They get you points if you read them.
Yeah. Oh, AR test.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your
That's
AR
it.
words.
Yeah.
Yep. Accelerated reader.
Yeah. God, those were the good days. Just read.
You remember reading I Spy?
Yeah, you remember reading the one about the dog going on adventures, like Hank the dog or some shit like that?
Yeah, Hank
that's
the
what I
cow
did.
dog.
Hank the cow dog.
I
That's
remember
it.
that one.
Right. Yeah.
I
But
learned
you'd
what
always cheat.
gonads were. in that.
You'd read one Harry Potter book, and that would give you your like 200 points you need for the entire year because
Oh,
it was this
yeah.
fucking big.
Yeah.
You just cheat instantly. Just
Yeah.
one book the entire year.
It taught us young how to cheat the system. Like, oh, these old
Right.
idiots don't know what they're doing. Read the book that we want to read because it has big words in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So real quick, I did a little bit of research here.
Okay.
The reason why they're seem to be a Christian metal band is because they're on Solid State Records,
That would
which
be it.
has
yeah.
a lot of Christian metal bands.
Okay.
And they also use biblical references in their music, but they don't really adhere to that. They just say they're using it for the storyline.
So kind of
They're
like
using it-
Vintage Avenged Sevenfold with Chapter 4.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
And Beast of
something
the
like
Harlot.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably say, like Under Oath now, Architects
now,
a little
yeah.
bit, Sleeper
Mm-hmm.
of the world. Those
Nice.
kind of bands.
Okay. Hey, fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, The Sound Asleep is all about drugs and how the mind, his mind reacted to the medication he was on, and the general sense of paranoia and dread that took over his world for a while. Alive as a House Fire, which is my spoiler alert favorite song, is the first Silent Planet song with an no word in it. He said the F word, the fuck word. Whoa, not my Christmas stream.
No.
No, sorry, Bob. We're on Solid State, baby. You gotta stop listening to all that secular music. Where's your worship tracks, buddy?
We're gonna put you on a Christmas album.
I don't know. Liminal
Oh,
is
Emmanuel.
Liminal is an instrumental track, but the spoken word bit that's in there is in French, and it translates to passengers for the flight are asked to surrender immediately. We close the door in a few moments. So that's pretty eerie.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had to, it wasn't on Genius. I had to like go to Google Translate and copy and paste. Ill work.
Yep.
Oh shit, research.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Darn.
Journalism. Anhedonia is about the other FCAT word. Is about the deadly 2018 campfire that occurred 2 counties away in his hometown of Redding in California. You remember the was that the gender reveal party one that fucking burned for half the year or some shit?
Oh, maybe.
It ran Joe Rogan to Texas.
Made me leave.
Yeah. Which is good because that's a heavy
$2,000
ass
for an apartment has probably got you to leave.
Yeah,
But that's another.
That's the real reason.
No, it's only because Joe Rogan came out there.
Have you ever tried DMT? Song Till We Have Faces shares its name with the last novel that was written by C.S. Lewis. So that's pretty cool.
Narnia.
Yeah,
Narnia. And finally, on May 28th, 2021, Garrett announced that his dog Birdie had sadly passed away after being alive only 9 months from an ongoing battle with a degenerative neurological condition called storage disease. And the lyrics in the last song in Iridescent, as the moon waved her goodbyes, I saw you in 1,000 lights, eternity in a moment, iridescent, which is like such a heavy part of, oh my god, it fucking hits. They're a direct reference to this, as well as the album as a whole, which as a whole follows the challenges that come with love and grief. And that is the facts and the history and all the other random shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's get into our thoughts. Let's get into the review part of this video, the segment. Brett, it was your album.
Yes.
Will you do us the honors?
Hey, thank you very much.
The honors of doing it. I'm JFK. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot, man. I thought it was a jam. You know, I'm gonna start with the I guess the bad side. The only because it's small. It's a small amount of stuff. Listening to them since their first album, I was expecting a little bit more space. Like you know, somewhere in the album, it was almost kind of like completely gone. Which
there were some digitally bits in here.
yeah, but it wasn't like like they're known to do like just like a good solid minute of just ambient noise, you know, kind of stuff. And there just wasn't here. But at the same time, there was no fluff, so it was just good shit the whole time.
Banger after banger.
Yeah, every song's good. I love all of the riffs. I think the vocals were really good. We have Garrett kind of singing for the first time. You know, he's never really done that on the albums. Yeah, I mean, it's Cody asked me before the show. He's like, you know, pick a song so you could talk about it. I was like, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one too. I like that one. It's like shit, man. I can't pick one. It's kind of hard. But yeah, I don't know. I think personally, I think this might be album of the year. Maybe. It's up there. Yeah, it's for me.
For you? Yeah, I can see that.
It's gonna beat out Architects, huh?
Was Architects this year?
Yeah, Architects was all the way back in like fucking February.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Forgot that was.
We never got around to it.
Damn it.
Yeah, we never did it. We'll put it on a retro.
Okay, it's up there. Maybe not number one, but it's up there.
I'm just saying because I know for a fact you loved that Architects album.
Oh,
I
listen
to it all the time.
I do.
Yeah.
I love that album. So yeah, okay, yeah, it's up there.
All right, you know who else is up there?
It is a good one.
Josh is up there. Hey, Josh, what did you think of the album?
Yeah, so I agree with you. I think bits of it where, you know, he had his clean vocals come through. He basically showcased himself as a full range vocalist because we got really heavy, you know, vocals. We got, you know, higher pitched screams from him. We heard cleans. but there's also doing some like spoken word like poetry shit. So it was like,
So that's kind of normal for them, though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like having a full range of vocal ability really puts up like, okay, that's a musicianship aspect to voice, right? We never really talk about voice as a musical instrument, and he's doing something interesting there. And of course, the band is just great musicians. They're doing a lot of stuff. Sometimes I think they're doing too much stuff.
Think so?
Sometimes it's a little spazzy. I think I listening to this, I'm like, okay, I see why you like it, Brett, and I see why, you know, people like this if they're into technical music, because there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm more in the melodic place. I like to hear a lot more melody, and I think maybe why I like this album more than their past work is because he's singing melody sometimes. And there is some construction of the songs where it's like, okay, now this is an intro, this is a verse, this is a chorus now, and usually it's not like that. Usually it's just like, where's gonna fucking
right. I agree.
So maybe that's why I'm kind of leaning into this album a little more so than I would normally. Like, I'm not saying like Silent Planet's a bad band. Like I've said, we saw them live and I thought they were cool. They were fun to listen to.
Oh, they're not band. They were a good live band.
Oh yeah, and it fits perfectly with that genre of like the Spirit Boxes, the Architects. I would even say we saw Born of Osiris play with them and August Burns Red. They're there, right? But like last week, I think we talked about how perfect August Burns Red is as a band because there's a little bit of everything everywhere. I think with Silent Planet, they're sadder, right?
Fucking a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. They're extremely heavy. And they're good. It's not, and it's so hard for me to put my like pin on it. I can't say like, hey, this is why I like it or this is why I hate it. There's just something about it that's like, I don't know if I want to listen to this right now. Not saying that I won't listen to it, but I don't want to listen to it right now.
It weighs a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
That's what it is. It weighs a lot. It's really heavy. As far as it's outside of just like chugs. It's like it's a it's a lot on you.
It's not easy listening.
No,
you can't just be like, let me just put this in the background while I'm doing dishes. Like that's not fucking.
See, their old stuff.
Mood for it.
I would do. Because they have those really long breaks. Like they would do like a riff like that and then a minute of chill. Yeah.
Right.
So it was easier to do something, have it as a background.
Yeah, I think this is a band that if you're a musician and you want heavy music, this is a band you listen to. Because there's bands that are just heavy for the sake of being heavy for the fuck of it. And we make fun of those bands all the time.
The idiot music or whatever you call it.
It's like this is just a bunch of idiot shit. Right.
Bro. I forgot I had clipped that when you fucking...
Oh, God, dude.
We watched it today. Funniest thing ever. Oh, my God. That's definitely going up on socials.
That was hilarious.
You fucking lose it.
There's some music that's just like, you have to be an idiot to listen to it. And, like, that's true. I don't think that's the case with Silent Planet.
Okay. Yeah.
But it is a hard listen sometimes. But if I were to go down my list, I thought the lyrics were awesome. I thought he is writing some
he's got
good
some
stories.
Cool shit. Yeah.
Bro, I knew I was going to get into that because you explained it before, like when he wrote that whole thing about the Vietnam War flashbacks shit.
The World War II. World War II, yeah.
World War II one. Yeah, there was like some shit like that. And I was like, that's fucking cool. That's like poetry. This is the same way, but this is like introspective. No, it's super, super cool. So songwriting, I had a really high score there. That was above average. I was in the 8s for me. Musicianship, I put them right at average for me, right at a 7, only because it's insanity. There's too much shit going on, and it's hard to follow sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey,
that's fair.
That's fair for you. I get it.
I get it.
My production value, that was 9. That was fucking. It sounds so good. Like I really don't think they could have produced a better,
There's
album.
one thing that the reason why I didn't give it a 10 was because the intro part, it is quiet as fuck, and then just battlefield fucking explosion in your face.
Right.
Like what the fuck? Like calm down. Like,
Right.
Slow down there.
I need a moment now. You know, freak me out.
Yeah. I think you're kind of explaining how there really isn't too much like this band, but then there's other bands that sort of try to do it. I think that's where their originality is top notch, right? Because like they're Silent Planet. You hear them, that's fucking Silent Planet.
you can pick them out pretty quickly.
You always, even though there's bands that sound like it, it's not the same.
Right.
Like the echelon, the tier level is not the same. Consistency, same, very right on the head because their past 3 albums, yeah, it's technical, it's heavy. This is technical and heavy, but there's something a little extra. They're maturing a little bit in my mind. I want to hear the 5th album now. I want to see what they got next because there's stuff that sounded like, oh, that's Spencer Chamberlain vocals.
Right. They're very under oath,
right?
which I mean,
Right?
it's funny
Like,
that he was, Spencer was a guest vocal on a few albums back.
Right.
But like, even outside of that, like there's an under oath vibe to this.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
sure.
Yeah, hyper in the background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's something special about that, and I think that might come from like that solid state place.
For
you
sure.
know, the label.
Well, who was it? Was it you or was it you that said, "Oh, Sleeper"?
Yeah, there
So-
it's in there. It
Like,
sounds like
it's
it.
very. Yeah, I definitely hear that.
Yeah,
like
Old
for
Son
sure.
of
And
Morning or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
the-
think
the
it's
Black
just
album with
With
the.
the missing horns,
Yeah.
which I thought was so cool.
It was.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is a Christian
Yeah.
band? God damn, that's a cool logo."
Yeah, I think it's just where those producers at that label, they're just solid as fuck.
Yeah, they are.
And then there's the song Terminal, and this is what I wanted to get to
Okay, yeah.
when I was making my point. The song Terminal sounds like Oceana.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Okay.
You ain't wrong there.
It's sad. There's like some like he's talking about like something that's happened to him in his life, and it's super connected, but it's also subdued. It sounds like he's singing into like a megaphone. Like there's like some like it's so interesting because it's a nice palate cleanse in the entire album because it's like heavy as fuck, and then right there, right in the middle, sort of. I think it's like number 7 on the album, so it kind of fits perfectly.
It's funny
a
that
little over
Oceana
halfway.
picked, though.
Yeah.
I
don't know, I
didn't
just
think
like
that
that
at first,
song a
but
lot.
I could see that though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that type of vocal where it's kind of soft and pulled back. He's not projecting. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I like that. It sounds really nice. And memorability. This is the only one that I kind of knocked him. It might be a little too intense, honestly. I might have to fix it in a bit, but I give it's really low because I can't remember a fucking thing of this album at all.
That's fair.
I don't know any of the words. I just remember when I was listening to the song at the time, reading the words, I was like, this is cool. But Bastard Son, I remember that line. That's the only thing where he screams it hard as fuck for like a minute. That's
cool.
the only time
Or
that I remember.
fuck the system or anything.
Yeah.
I remember him screaming fuck, but then I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's fuck the system. That's what he's screaming.
Yeah, so I don't really know the lyrics too well. There's not anything that really catches. I can't remember any breakdowns, but I know I liked them when I heard them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and
That's fair.
maybe that's where the memorability aspect is for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so solid. It's average for me, but good.
Good average, above average, some would say, like a B plus. So accurate for you, Mr. Teacher? I'm asking.
No,
No.
it's below that.
Really?
But that's only because the memorability is so low.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'll fix it in a minute because I don't think it deserves that. I gave it a 5.
Oh God.
Jesus.
All right. Well,
I can't
okay.
even remember the names of the songs except Terminal. So,
fine.
so-
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You think he remembers anything from the Blackpink album? Come on.
Nope. I remember.
but
the name
we
Blackpink.
all rate our shit differently though.
Yeah,
We-
that's why democracy works here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it brief because you guys kind of covered most things, and I'm in agreement with pretty much everyone's pros and cons. I thought everything was pretty just borderline fantastic. I was trying to think of a time that they kind of put a foot out of step at all. I really couldn't think of one. My only really gripe is, I look for melody. That's why the whole Spirit Box
Same.
thing that you didn't like and all
Right,
that stuff. It would have been nice with a little bit more clean vocals in the mix of the songs, but that's not saying that because there isn't, it takes it away. It's just personal preference. Would have liked that a little bit more, and maybe my memorability would have been a little bit more higher for certain songs and all that stuff.
No, that's
too.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's
But
fair.
that's
I
how-
do, because I like his voice too.
Yeah.
So I do wish he would sing a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's how I analyze and pick up on things to remember and stick in. It's the melodies and stuff like that.
Right.
And I would even say so in the guitars as well, because they're just riffs. There's no melodic patterns to any of their guitar parts.
Mhm.
It's just like I'm gonna play some leads that don't really make sense.
There's
The breakdown on it.
Yeah, there's the one song that I do like, and I keep going to it, is the Pentagon.
The Pentapacamon.
The Pentagon.
The
There we go.
cornucopia.
Yeah,
Cornucopia.
Yeah, there we go. That one is just the bass guitar just fucking going the whole time.
Fucking
The verse
Right.
has some fuzz, and then the chorus has more fuzz. Like,
Yeah.
it is brutal.
But I mean, production enormous, huge,
Right.
huge, big old lows. It fucking slaps you right in the face. I love that for this.
Well, it's funny too. Like I was telling you beforehand, like the last song of the album reminds me of like Batman,
Yeah,
or something, because it's that weird.
the strings that are in there.
Yeah, the dark.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, like just the pattern that that they're playing is like it reminds me of like one of those majestic dark movie.
Right.
Tim Burton.
Orchestral soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny Elfman stuff.
Yeah, Danny Elfman
Yeah.
strings in a metalcore song. You ever heard of it?
Please no.
Yeah.
Never again.
I will say, despite the lack of like clean melodies and all that stuff, I thought that these were some of the easily the best vocals we've featured on this show this year so far,
True.
in terms of like how clear his screams were. Like Every Time I Die is a good like right up there with it, right? His screams on that album on Radical was really good too.
They are really good. But like his range,
So fucking.
and when he does that low one
Mhm.
for the breakdown, that
Oh,
like,
like, is
halftime
this
breakdown.
this Rio here?
Yeah, I know. That's
Crystal
my
Lake?
first
No.
thought too.
I felt that too. I was like, okay, his lows are so brutal. Reminds me of Crystal Lakes. They remind me of Courtney's too.
Yeah.
But because the timbre is different, because obviously they have different vocal ranges.
Right.
There's just something heavier
yeah.
Yeah.
about this, right? You know what I'm saying? But then again, the cleans, he loses on the clean in the same respect.
Well, it's a dirty sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
He's got a dirty.
Like
dirty
you're gonna
scream.
die if you hear that.
Yeah.
If you're in an alleyway and you hear that shit, you're fucking dead.
And it's because of that, and it's again because of those lack of cleans. We just mentioned Spirit Box and Courtney, and in my head, it's just going right now. It'll
Right.
all be yours. Yeah.
Secret
I'm not doing that with
yeah.
I'm not doing that with Silent Planet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I am
But
doing
but
the
they could.
yeah, fucking
Yeah,
doing
like,
all that.
They could. That's why I said like maybe this is the start of them trying to figure out how to incorporate that type of writing, but still being able to keep on to their roots of being so heavy.
Mhm.
There's
Maybe
a
album
song
5.
from the last album. I'll show you guys after. Maybe during breakdown. Might scratch that itch for you a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's a slower song for them. Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
wrapping it up, the lyrics I found once I actually looked them up and saw what they were meaning. I found them very personal and deep, which we haven't had in a couple of weeks. I think I guess Radical was the last like really deepish album we were, and that wasn't that long ago. But like, as far as
It
new albums,
feels
feels more right.
It
Like
might-
Radical
it might
was
just
deep
be-
in different ways. That was more politically deep.
Yeah, that was
Right.
political.
This is-
right. Exactly.
internally.
It's tone.
Yeah.
The tone is different. Yeah.
And it reminded me a lot of Max Bemis from Say Anything, his time spent in a mental hospital, which led to my favorite Say Anything album, In Defense of the Genre. So
Well, 100%. These are a bunch of emos
yeah,
that make metal.
Um,
Right? That's
Yeah,
what's happening here.
and yeah,
You know.
up there in the top 5 for album of the year contenders. Don't know where exactly that goes for me, but My favorite was Live as a House Fire because he said the no words.
Yeah.
I'd assume that this is probably going to be in top 5 on our Wall of Mosh.
Easy.
Oh yeah, I'm
Easy
assuming.
clap.
Yeah, this is easy. This is easy.
Yeah.
Hopefully my score doesn't kill it too much, and I might adjust it because it is good. But we'll see. We'll see
That's
how it sits.
He adjusted his for Blackpink last week. You did that,
Sure.
Josh. That was you.
That was you.
That was all you. It wasn't me. I didn't do shit.
Actually, I made it go worse though.
Well, while you deliberate your final score, Josh, Brett,
Yes.
me, consider the following, Bill Nye. Here are some reviews around the net. Distorted Sound gave it a 9. New Noise Magazine gave it a 10. New Transcendence Magazine gave it a 9. Wall of Sound gave it a 7.5. Boolin Tunes gave it a 10. Sputnik gave it a 7.6. Hysteria Magazine gave it a 9. Metal Storm gave it an 8. You know what a Metal Storm brings? A Metal Epidemic, which also gave it an 8. It looked like they just copied the homework all around. Name and all. Heartbeat.co.uk gave it a 7. Rate Your Music's average was a 7.02. And Album of the Year's user average was a 7.5. Josh, I'm just going to ask you this week because, Brett, you can see it with your eyeballs.
I didn't look yet. I didn't look.
Okay.
I've been staring at the ground.
Okay. Look
in
into
case.
his eyes and tell him.
Okay, so with all those 8s and 9s and shit, I would assume this is like, I'm gonna go with 8.36.
Brett, you.
So I heard. What did Sputnik do?
Sputnik 7.6.
7.6.
Yes.
They're usually pretty close to the average.
Yes.
If they did 7.6,
That's exactly my
seems
score.
low though. I'm gonna go 8 flat.
You're thinking 8 flat.
I'm thinking 8
Josh
flat.
said 8.36.
There was
Yeah,
some 7s
I
in
think
there.
I think those 10s really put them over.
Brett or Josh, you're really close, but Wheel of Fortune rules you went over, or the other one, the one with Drew Carey. Brett, you win. The average was an 8.3 on the dot.
An 8.3.
God damn it! I was a little high.
Yep, just a tad bit.
I would
Just
have
a little.
lost the showcase show now.
Yep.
Dun-dun-dun, wow.
All because I bet $1.
That makes sense. I think a lot more people see it as above average than average. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
Especially
okay with
now, especially now with like there's so many fucking new core bands out there in the world and people who like that genre. I think this is really the best one of the group. They're not even new core, but
Yeah.
they have a lot of the riffs that I know those new core fucking idiots.
They're
like.
doing what all the new core bands want to achieve, like in their
The
head.
right.
They're
idiot
doing
core?
this, but they're
Yeah,
actually
it's-
doing it.
Yes, those kids are the ones that are like, I want to make that music, but I also want to.
But I also
have any
only know
authenticity.
one riff and a variation of that one riff.
Right.
So let's just play it at different parts of the neck. All right. Have we thought about our scores, gentlemen?
I have
mine, yeah.
mine.
We
yeah.
have them locked in our heads. Brett, you go first.
My score came out to a 9.25.
So you
All
like
right.
this album,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
So you like this album? Okay.
Yeah, a little
just
bit.
bit.
I think in
I thought you'd
2022
be
we need
higher
to
than
write
me.
down. We need to write down our scores individually so we can compare. Because like, Ice Nine Kills is hella up there, and I wonder if like, because there's some stuff on here that I've said, okay, yeah, that's an 8, and then I'll give this a 7, right? And then you'll do the same thing, Brett. But then those scores are high. It's just all over the place. I want to make sure we have our individual scores in the future. I think it'd be funny to look back.
Just write them down. If you
So
wanna
yeah,
do
I
that.
think
in
it's
the future.
A good point for the future. All right, Cody, you want mine?
Yeah. Or well,
Seven.
anything to go into that thought process? How'd you get there?
My
Oh yeah.
my worst one was musicianship.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of technical shit, but it's the pattern that they use for their kind of widdly stuff is exactly the same.
It's always whittly stuff.
But it's the same like 6/8 bar, real quick, you know, and then they.
Yeah, that's all it is. That was one of my biggest gripes too.
Yeah,
like I wanted a little bit of like, give me a solo, goddamn.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
there's no
all I
solos.
wanted.
It's just a quick
Like, you
like
can do
little
it.
arpeggio thing into a breakdown. But so I had to dock a little bit for that. Just because I love it. I love that sound, but it's been 4 albums of those exact riffs. So
Yeah.
it's like I was like dying. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I like them.
That's
I like
fair.
what they did, but it's the same shit over and over again.
That's fair.
But other than that,
Helps with the consistency.
everything was
score.
around 9.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
some were a little at like 9.5, and some were like an 8.5. But yeah,
Okay.
it rounded out to
Good.
that.
Sick.
Okay.
Josh?
All right. So originally, I had a 7.4,
Jesus.
and
Okay.
and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, that was a little harsh. So I gave it an extra point somewhere,
Okay.
and now it's a 7.6.
0.6.
And that's
okay.
what it is. So above average, it would be rounded up to an 8 if we were playing that game. And I think because of the fact that there's no melody anywhere except in clean vocal here and there, it kind of hurts this for me. But I did give it some of the highest scores that I have ever. Like there's a 9 on my list.
Ooh.
Right? And production, it sounds goddamn good.
Oh, it sounds so
Right?
good.
Yeah.
Originality is an 8.2 because there's really no other band that sounds like this or does it as good as them, right? Songwriting and lyrics, that's an 8.2. So they're high for me, and I usually don't go that high for those categories.
Yeah, sure.
But it's really just the consistency, the musicianship, and the memorability for me are just kind of average. They're just kind of sit there, and that's what kind of gave me a high score.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm somehow higher than Brett. I didn't think that would be possible.
You're
but
always higher.
I'm always higher. I guess I'm just optimistic. I just like stuff.
You're
you
nice.
know? If I like
You're
it,
nice.
I like it. You know. I don't know. Have you ever even given a 10 on this show for any category?
Yes.
For Phineas?
For Phineas and for Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, songwriting and lyrics. I kind of mentioned it during my thoughts because of the lack of the melody and all that stuff. That got second lowest at an 8.9. But that's the second lowest, 8.9. It's still really good. Still really love the lyrics and everything that he was talking about and dealing with. But because of that, that and memorability kind of go hand in hand. Memorability 8.7 because again, lost melodies. I'm not gonna remember it. That's just how my dumb brain works. Sorry. Musicianship and production though got 10s. I was blown away with how cool and fun everything sounded. I'm not 4 albums deep like you are, so I will say that. This is the first time I've listened to their album all the way through, or had a reason to.
True. Yeah.
I've just heard songs here and there. Originality 9.7. I just really liked it. If it did have some like solos and all that stuff like you're saying, that might be a 10 too. And then consistently front to back, this album is a jam. There's again not a bad foot forward. 9.8 for consistency. So my average came out to a 9.52. Reverse of yours.
Wow. That's a
high one.
That's a high score.
I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh yeah, good.
It was good.
I think that's more than liking it. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because like,
Hey,
like this is my point. You gave it a 9.7. You said, or 9.5.
9.52. Yeah,
What did you give Bill Murray's?
probably around the same.
See, and that's
Once
my,
we're in
that's
the
my point.
nines,
It's like,
listen. Once we're in the nines, the album is being a 9. The nuance kind of goes away. You know, that is an S tier album at that point.
but I think that's part of my wanting to record them for 2022. 'Cause
Sure.
It's like, oh man, this is my favorite band ever. I'm giving this an 8.9, and then it's like the next week, actually, I didn't like this that much, but I still think it's a 9.6. It's like, it doesn't
Here's
make
the
any
thing.
sense.
I do my averages. I try not to think too hard on it. Again, we overthink everything. It's classic. Do I like this more than Black Parade? Yeah, I can remember the words for Black Parade. like 80 years later. So
Well,
of course.
Yeah.
So that one's hard to.
Tomatoes and oranges right
Yeah,
there.
that one's
If
hard
it was
to
like
pick.
gun to your head, what album were you listening to?
Black Parade.
Yeah.
When I was a young boy. Okay, like that's what's happening.
We're gonna rise for our emo national anthem.
I know.
Well, I'm not an
shit.
idiot. I know what guns do. They hurt people, Brett. They hurt.
Do they?
Keep them away from your dog.
Do they?
He doesn't have a dog. Yeah. So like, I don't think too hard on it. I kind of I pick in my head a number that every category can safely start at, and then I just go up or down from there. And depending on how I'm feeling in the week, that's just what it gets. I have you two to overthink it and even it all out. And honestly, the average that we come up with collectively usually is probably the correct one. We even each other out.
Yeah,
really well.
we do. Our average score usually
Every week
is
I'm consistently
pretty
impressed.
damn spot on.
What am I impressed with? Well, it's this one.
Yeah.
Mosh. It's this list right here. Chat, this is the current Wall of Mosh. There you go, Brett. You can do that. This is our current list. Let's go over the top 5 real fast, because I think that's where it's going. Somewhere in the top 5. Number 5, we have Every Time I Die, Radical. Number 4, Bill Murray's 400-pound back squat. Number 3, Spirit Box, Eternal Blue. Number 2, Phineas, The Fire Itself. And right now, the kings of Horrorwood, end of our list, which is a bunch of text on a page in the web. IS-9 Kills, and Silver Scream 2.
The craziest thing too is that I didn't expect to like Ice-9 Kills as much as I did.
Right? Me
Yeah,
neither.
same.
That was a sleeper.
Surprise.
So that's gonna be a very hard one to beat, and we only have a couple more weeks left of the year. So I think that one put the crown on that. I think for 2 to 5, I think there's some. This could do well in here. This album.
If it,
But I might have fucked it.
I would say it's your score that's going to affect this one.
Right. I think it's
Okay.
the new 3.
Because if it was just the two of us, that goes number 1 immediately.
Yeah, I
No-
think
no
it's the
questions
new
asked.
3. Because if we look at Phineas, right, and if we were to had recorded our scores, I think all of us were 8.5 or above. That's why it's kind of where it is. But with Spirit Box, Brett, you did the same thing I just did with Silent Planet.
I didn't go that far.
You gave that an average score.
It was
like
I gave that one like I think an 8 flat.
okay.
I know it was.
But
I
I
don't think it was 7. I don't think I was that.
Yeah,
low.
and I gave Spirit Box somewhere in the 8s, and Cody, you gave it close to a 10. So and that's
No,
where
I
sunk
gave
in
it somewhere
3.
in the 9s.
Yeah, it was in the 9s.
I don't know if it was 9.5. I can't remember.
Okay,
Well, if
so I
only we
do think
wrote it down or something.
yeah. So I think that this album probably is the new 3.
The 3?
If not the new 3, it's the new 4, 100%.
I want it to be the new 2, but I think it's the new 3.
I don't think it's the new 2. I think that's too high,
Okay.
and that's because of my score.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
for the first time, you both are correct. It is the new 3.
Do it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
8.62.
Oh yeah. Okay. So hold on. I'm gonna
We
go
have our
higher.
first
I'm gonna go 8.84.
Okay.
That's where I'm going.
Excuse me,
Here
I'm
it
just
is. Moment
typing.
of truth. Moment of truth.
Well, what did everyone say? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
8.62.
8.62?
I said 8.84.
It is an 8.7.
Oh, damn it.
9.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
New
okay.
number 3.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it for Dale. 8.79 Silent Planet.
You know what?
Hey,
Yeah.
Number 3, never forget. I'm sold with that.
that's great. Look at that top 3. Look at that top 3.
That's a good top 3.
Personally, I think that's fine, just because I know Spirit Box didn't have everything you wanted, Brett. For
Honestly,
this type of music.
I was thinking, I can take this back now. I was thinking about it earlier.
Yeah.
This had everything. This and Spirit Box together, merged, perfect album. 10.
Oh, it'd be perfect.
It'd be a perfect album. Everything that
Sure.
we were missing with this one, we had in Spirit Box, and everything that you were missing with Spirit Box, we had in this.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed. But when I look at Phineas, and I know people say, I was like, why is that so high? I would rather listen to Phineas over the top 5 below it.
How did Phineas get up so
honestly,
high?
after I've heard,
I listen to Phineas all the time.
it pops up a lot on my stuff.
It
you
does
know,
for
of
me
course.
too.
I would pick the Silent Planet over that.
Yeah. I would too.
Personally.
Yeah, but y'all are grimy boys, and I am metalcore to the heavens all day.
I like my gent core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate gent. That's probably my most hated.
Wow.
Genre.
That's a weird list, man. I'm just
isn't it?
looking at it.
Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah, the fact that Bill Murray got over every time I die, that's kind of impressive. Good job.
And Chun.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
I
Well,
think it's just because Bill Murray is good to easy to listen to.
Oh,
just
it's a
nice.
fun time. It's a fun time.
Yeah,
it's like Eskimo
right,
Cowboy.
Right.
You know? But yeah. All right. Well, that's our set list. That is the Wall of Mosh now. Number 1, Ice Nine Kills. Number 2, Phineas. Number 3, Silent Planet. Number 4, Spirit Box. Number 5, Bill Murray. Number 6, Every Time I Die. Number 7, Chunk. Number 8, Born of Osiris. Number 9, Rise Against. Number 10, Bro Job, and the rest don't matter. Guys.
I would. Yeah, I feel like anything. I think Save Face is better than the Rise Against album, but I don't know. Everything else on there
disagree.
kind of sucks ass.
Personally, I
Like
disagree with
that
one.
Devil Wears Prada is garbage. I will never
Listen,
to that
there's
again.
an asterisk, just like Barry Bonds. There's an asterisk next to that one. We didn't know what was going on at the time. Okay.
Yeah, the Wage
We were on
War,
steroids. We
will
didn't
never-
know.
I will never fucking listen to that. And a day to remember, I don't even know what that band is.
What are you talking about? I don't see that. I don't see a damn member on
And
that
and
list.
Atreyu
yeah,
has been
same
shit
boat,
for a
dude.
while.
Same boat.
Gojira, you're a weird anomaly.
It fits
I don't
exactly
know.
where it's at.
You're a weird fucking album.
It's just there.
I will say, I think Rise Against has a little nostalgia, and maybe that's why it's hanging out where it is.
Well, we really liked it
I
when it
like.
came out.
I do listen to it a lot.
It was
too.
pretty. It was.
I
pretty
like it.
fun.
It was good.
But it's just so different than everything else on here.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like it's weird dad punk. Like, why is it on here?
But hey, if you want to watch
ahead.
those episodes, you can just find it on a playlist on the YouTube channel. YouTube. This is where we're gonna start to wrap it up, clean this fucking house, and say goodbye. But before we do, so we don't forget, like last time, Josh, it's your turn next. Please
Oh,
pick
shit.
us an album. I think I know what you're going to pick.
It's a retro or a new?
We're keeping with new for the rest of the year. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
And besides the Christmas special or whatever.
Are we doing the Christmas albums? Well, we're doing two
should
this
do the
week.
Christmas. We should do the Christmas special on the Christmas special stream where we do our gifts and all that stuff.
Yeah, so let's do the because there's the 2 Christmas albums, right? That we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stick them together.
So
Yeah,
just
stick 'em
put
together.
them just put them the week of Christmas,
Yeah.
which is so that we
Okay.
have 2 albums until then. Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's a new one then.
Yes.
Yeah, new one.
All right. I think we should do Scion.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
Jared Dines
Let's see
and
where Daddy Howard fits on this list.
Howard Jones. Yeah. And I listened to that. There isn't really a bad song on that album at all.
Okay.
It's gonna be
It's
another
pretty
high
good.
run.
But I think it's gonna be high because it's metalcore and I love metalcore. But there's probably gonna be some stuff on your end, Brett, that's like, oh, this is kind of dad rocky. Cause there is a little dad rockish.
Well, of course it is.
But
The way you talk,
But-
you would think Brett hates metalcore, like you don't like Killswitch.
yeah. I say I most of my bands I listen to are metalcore.
Yeah, you don't own metalcore, Josh, in Canada, okay?
listen, I own
I
the
own love
nerdy metalcore. Okay.
I found.
I'm gonna go see Unleash the Archers on the 20th.
I was gonna say I found them first, you bitch. I found that damn video.
Oh shit! What a weird fucking thing to see.
Alright,
But anyway,
anyways.
fuck way. That's next week. We're gonna do Scion's latest or first album debut.
Possibly
next
the only
verse.
one. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
But yeah, go tell Jared to come watch. Come join us next Sunday for that. Same time. YouTube. It doesn't matter for you. Time's irrelevant. like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the ding the bell, follow us on all the socials, which you can find in the description below. We're gonna go watch some music videos, which we can't do on the wonderful platform that is YouTube, or like Ludwig, we will get canceled within the first
Banned.
week of streaming
Yes.
on the platform. Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye.
Oh.